Hello, my name is Sierra and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I like to talk about books written and unwritten. By unwritten, I mean the books that I am currently writing. So last video, I talked about all the books that I read in April. I dedicated the whole month to reading on my Kindle, but going into May, I'm going to be talking the books that I'm going to be talking about the books that I'm going to read. All right, first off is only 4 books. I'm equating it to like a book a week roughly. That's has been the best way for me to like picture how many books I'll be able to get through roughly. Like last month I was actually able to go through all 4 of my books. That's on my Kindle. Let's see if I can actually get through 4 physical books this time. I'm a bit of a slower reader when it comes to my physical books. It depends on the day, it depends on the book. But I'm going to go ahead and get on with my list. So the first book is called The Midnight Witch by Paula Braxton. And the book follows Lilith Montgomery, who is the daughter of Duke Radnor. And she's a witch. And she is set to inherit her father's role as the head witch of Lazarus Coven. But she must face the threat of another group of people called the Sentinels, and trying to deal with just the fact of them trying to take over pretty much everything. That's what I'm getting the gist of it from. And also there is a man, so there's going to be a little bit of a love interest. As long as it's like a subplot, I'm fine with it. I just don't want it to be my main plot. I'm not in a romance read right now, so hence why more of a different theme for my books. So I'm interested in that one. I found it at, I think I got it at Goodwill. Because it says to be on it. Must have been, oh no. That was Salvation Army, because they marked theirs by color. So it was $2 and it was blue probably, or black, depending on whatever color for the day, that whatever color they had in their system. But yeah, it looked like a really good book. I'm really interested in reading it because I love witches, and as long as the romance is a subplot, it's not a huge main focus, I'm totally fine with it. The next book is The Ravens by Morgan Page, and it follows a sorority, pretty much. It mainly follows two main characters, Scarlet Winter and Vivi Devereaux. Vivi Devereaux has no idea that she's a witch, but Scarlet Winter knows that she's a witch, and she plans on becoming sorority's president, just like her mother, just like everybody else in her family. But she has to team up with Vivi to help save the sorority, because someone has found out their secret, that they're witches, and someone wants to kill them. It sounds very, very interesting. I'm very intrigued on the sequel too. I'm seeing it on the back, The Monarchs. I'm very curious. Wow, not Morgan Page. Wow, Cass Morgan and Danielle Page. There we go. It's 2 authors. I was reading it from the side, so I was completely wrong. That's my bad. But I love the cover. Like, the cover is so freaking cute. Like, please ignore my nail. God, just like the ravens in general, and then the fact that it's carrying the ring of the sorority, it just looks so cool. I think it looks really cool. I'm very interested in this one. The next one is The Year of the Witching, and I've heard mixed reviews about this one. I've heard some people say that they DNF'd it before, or it just wasn't a good read. But I'm curious, because a lot of times, depending on like books and movies, those are like books or movies that people have DNF'd. Well, mostly books that people have DNF'd, I actually end up reading the whole thing and I absolutely love it. So I'm very interested to see what my take is on it, because I love witches. I just love witches. I just love witches, Salem witch trials and everything like that. It's always been very interesting to me. And so this one follows a young woman who discovers her dark powers. Emmanuel Moore. Oh, that's our main character's name, Emmanuel Moore. And she pretty much discovers her powers. Wait, what? Ooh, but a mishap lures her into the forbidden dark wood surrounding Bethel. The first prophet once chased and killed 4 powerful witches. Their spirits are still lurking there, and they bestow a gift on Emmanuel, the journal of her dead mother, who Emmanuel is shocked to learn once sought sanctuary in the wood. Fascinated by the secrets in the diary, Emmanuel finds herself struggling to understand how her mother could have consorted with the witches. But when she begins to learn grim truths about the church and its history, she realizes the true threat to Bethel is its own darkness, and she starts to understand that if Bethel is to change, it must begin with her. That sounds very, very good. It kind of reminds me of actually the show Salem. I don't know if a whole lot of people watched it because I think it got canceled. It was canceled. But I absolutely loved it. It kind of reminds me of that, where it's kind of like, to save the entire town, you actually have to like help. You actually got to like figure it out yourself. And oh god, it just sounds really good. And also, the cover is cute too. This cover is so freaking cute. Oh yeah. This book is probably gonna be second after my first read, which is the next book that I'm gonna be talking about, which is 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Kendare or Kendari? Probably Kendari. Maybe Kendari. Help me out in the comments below. In this cover, this follows 3 sisters. It follows Catherine, Arsenault, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Mirabella. They all have to fight to become queen. Only one person can become queen. And this is the first book in a series. I think it's a series or a trilogy at least. I really do like the premise. I'm very interested in to see like if this is just have to kill each other, you know. It sounds very interesting and very intriguing, especially the cover, because it has literally all the 3 crowns for the 3 sisters. So I'm very interested to see who wins, if anybody is like, you know. I'm very interested in that too. It just sounds very intriguing to me. It sounds like a cooler, darker version of Hunger Games. Even though I've read Hunger Games, I read the first one. I didn't care for it all that much. I feel like this is more my speed, so I feel like this one is gonna be good. When I started reading it, I only got to like page like 5. But this is gonna be my first book. But then definitely I'm gonna read The Year of the Witching next. But here's an honorable mention as I'm reading those books. Those are my more fiction. Those are my fiction books. My non-fiction book is actually called The Black Arts, and it just covers all information about witchcraft, astrology, demonology, and other mystical practices. That's something I'm very fascinated in. I started reading it a long time ago, but I want to get back into it and like actually like put notes in here and fill up I have like a leather bound journal, so I want to put some stuff in there too of information that I find. I just want to get more into my spirituality and more back into my witchcraft learning journey. So that's going to be like something that I do like in between, just to like fill my mind and fill my journal. It just, oh god, I'm gonna have so much fun. Oh god, this is gonna be so good. So that's it. If you like this video, you can drop in a stack of books emoji or add in the comments the books that you're reading for May, and I'll see you next time. Bye.